What's up, crypto legends? Yes, in this episode, we need to talk about this, guys. Michael Burry, the big short guy, is talking about a massive short position from 93% of his portfolio. But overall, we are talking about how many times he has been wrong for the last few years, guys, which is absolutely crazy, saying shorting the market, and the market is up incredibly. The latest one being in January of 2023, basically just 8 months ago. The market is up 17% from that date. We also taking a look at the DXY, guys. DXY hitting a major resistance zone. Will we manage to see that correction on the DXY? So Bitcoin will find finally that bottom formation inside of this area that we're going to talk about in today's episode. So make sure to stay tuned for all of this information, guys. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Now, yes, we need to talk about this guy, Michael Burry, the guy of the big short. He did predict 2008. Well, just a few years off, he was already predicting it from 2005. And right now he's short from 93% of his portfolio, which is 1.6 billion. We need to talk about his latest bad predictions for many years, guys. Not only the 2008 one, there's been many predictions during the last few years which have been absolutely not in his favor, let's say. Now, before we go through all of this information, I want to let you know today's the last day of the registration of the World Series of Trading, $8 million in prize pool. Join my team, guys. There's only one more day for registration, 10 days for the competition. We are fighting for the top 10, all right, in the squad teams. Now, you do have the link in the description. If you don't have a Bybit account, okay, make sure to sign up. There is a $30,000 worth of bonus to be claimed depending on what you deposit. So go in here. Now, this is everywhere, guys. You must have seen it. We talked about it also yesterday on the live stream. Michael Burry, massive short position. Again, he's been shorting the market for several years, and the market has been actually pumping. We did get a small little correction, of course, in 2022, but he's been talking about shorting and continuing shorting as the market has been going down and at the actual bottom in 2022. And of course, we got those tweets to be proven, all right? You have no idea how short I am. This was in November of 2022. This was actually when the bottom was forming on the S&P 500. It rallied over 20%, okay, since this tweet. You have no idea how short I am. Of course, he was also saying sell the market. This was in January of 2023, just about 7-8 months ago. And of course, all the bad predictions that he has had. Now, going from 2008 crash, he talked about the subprime mortgage market crash. He was actually talking about it in 2005. So he's 3 years off till that happened. Of course, you can say short the market for many years till it actually happens. And then, of course, yeah, he predicted it. Now, 2015, he was talking about a stock market would crash within the next few months. It went up over 11% in the next 12 months from that date. And so many different bad predictions. You can actually screenshot and take this yourself. Now, the latest one, of course, was in January of 2023. He predicted a recession and new round of inflation, says sell on a tweet. SPX was up 17%, okay, from today. Now, on the latest one, he reveals a short position on the S&P and also the NASDAQ, which is, you know, the one that's happening right now, the latest tweets, and, you know, all of these different YouTubers talking about it. Now, if we go to the latest one, of course, in January of this year, we can see it was round about this date right over here. As you can see, round about here is where he's talked about, hey, massive sell. The market is going to continue to the downside. And from that date, all right, 7 months later, of course, right now, we are up 13% to the highest point, which was just about 2 weeks ago. It is round about 18%, as you can see. So overall, I don't think we need to be too influenced because of this, because he has been wrong many times the last few years, as you can see right over here. So diving in right away in what we are interested in, guys, which is Bitcoin and also the DXY. Let's just talk about the DXY and the possibilities that could happen here in the next coming days. Now, it does look like that we have broken out from this wedge. I will show you another DXY chart. This is on Capital.com, and we are going to take a look at the other one right away. Just 1 second. Now, let me just tell you that there's a lot of volume here. The price has pumped very aggressively for the last few weeks. Yes, very true. So are we getting exhausted? We are starting to face some resistance levels. We've got this lower high here, as you can see, resistance trend line, which is also with a lot of volume on the volume profile, as you can see here on the chart. So are we going to face here massive resistance and we're going to start rolling down? It is definitely a possibility. I still believe that this could happen in the weeks to come. If we do take a look at the other DXY chart, we can see here that we still haven't broken above the lower highs, as you can see. So we're just facing that resistance level, as you can see on the chart. So lower highs right there. We're still not changing the trend. So we need to break, okay, to break the market structure, which is very simple. We got the highs there, we got a low, we got a lower high, and this is the next lower low, as you can see on the chart. So we would not get above this lower high. In the structure, we are still bearish, okay? This is something that we need to understand. So still we do have these lower highs, resistance trend line. We have this one right over here. So there's no real major sign of a trend reversal. Of course, if the market starts breaking through here aggressively, I can be happy and say, hey guys, you know, DXY will likely have the trend continuation to the upside. But for the moment, we are starting to face the resistance. We are pumping a little bit since we've been talking about it for the last week. So overall, it's still choppy action, no big major impulsive moves to the upside. So it's still bearish in my personal opinion, meaning that Bitcoin does have a chance, all right, to find a bottom formation at these current levels that we are going to talk about in this episode right away. So talking about the price of Bitcoin, I've been talking about many information that, yeah, this is still reaccumulation. There is no big massive selling pressure at these points. And I do think that we are likely going to break $32,000 instead of breaking beneath $25,000. So yes, short term, we could hit 28K or 27K. $27,000 range would be my ultimate bottom here. And I would personally go into a massive swing long position at this zone. The main reason why, well, of course, we do not have massive selling pressure. There is still signs of accumulation at this level, and I think another leg up breaking $32,000, which is the strongest neckline that we do have here on Bitcoin. It was the massive support from 2021 and 2022. We are hitting this level and we are creating higher lows, kind of an ascending triangle situation, which is likely going to be broken, guys, in the coming weeks. So any drop, I will not be scared. Of course, I do personally think that that leg up will be coming in the coming weeks, guys. Now let's talk about the most important support levels. Yes, we are holding by a thread at this zone over here, the $29,000 range. A bit of volatility beneath this level is very possible. We are holding the value area high of this trading range in between March and June. So still holding very, very nicely. People are very skeptical, thinking, hey, you know, this is finally going to be broken. This is going to be an ABC kind of corrective move. Yes, this is definitely a possibility. This could happen. However, I am looking for long positions at the lows. We have been long in here this range. We did talk about a really nice short position here on the 9th of August in the Legends community on the masterclass, talking about, hey, yeah, you know, we are hitting resistance here. The main reason why we're hitting resistance at this zone is because basically we were hitting the point of control of this entire range, okay? So obviously that was a really nice short position, creating that swing failure pattern from this high. I do know that a lot of people in the Legends did manage to catch that short position. So what is next? What is happening to Bitcoin? Well, like I said, you know, we have broken the lower time frame structure, meaning on the lower time frames, yes, we've been in a very aggressive downtrend, and since then, since this breakout to the upside, we have been creating a higher high, higher low, higher high. So the possibility of a higher low is still in play, guys. We could get that slight volatility here and then have the next leg up in the coming days. It is definitely still a possibility, so we just need to accept that. The latest long position that we have been providing in the Legends community, I'm going to go right away with that, is this little small swing failure pattern from this low, a nice little quick scalp long opportunity that we did have just yesterday, getting that run up here. We're just having little scalps as the price action is relatively boring. We're not having big major movements, so we're just kind of scalping the range. So what is next to come? I want to let you know that there is a possibility in the higher time frames once that volatility does come in play in the next coming days, I am paying attention to these lows right over here. Now, of course, there is a possibility of a failed move down from this low. That is what I'm going to be paying attention if the price were to have some movements here to the downside in the next coming days if we do not recover, because let me let you know that we are creating higher lows. We did create higher highs here, so the possibility of a bounce is there, okay? So, but what if the price does have a leg down? We just need to be ready for the potential failed breakout from the lows right over here of $28,500. This low over here, we'll be paying close attention just in case we do form a massive double bottom scenario, claiming the low and having a great long entry to have a massive run up to claim here this high over here at $30,200. That is the level where we have the most resistance. Now, if we do manage to get above this level, I can already tell you that yes, the price of Bitcoin is going to go to much higher levels. We'll be creating a new yearly high. That is the strongest resistance that we do have at the moment. Of course, we could have a failed breakout, and we love failed breakouts. That is where we can get into great trades. The point of control from this range is exactly at $30,200. This high over here. So yes, if we do recover and go all the way up here to this level, we need to be paying close attention because we do have a monthly level, we do have a weekly level, we do have the point of control of the range. We could fail to break above this level just like we did here just a few days ago. This was a great epic short position, of course, right over here at $30,000, already getting that massive move to the low 29K levels. So that could also happen, guys. This has got to be the easiest way to get into those trading positions looking at the higher time frame. We got this high right over here for that failed breakout and a potential short position if we do reject. But if it does successfully break out, I would be looking for continuation to the upside, meaning that we'll be holding some of the long positions that are already open, or we'll be looking for some nice long scalps at support levels, such as the point of control from this massive range to try and get into those nice long scalp scenarios. To the downside, we need to pay attention, guys. We're just a few $100 away from the lows, which is $28,500. If that is failed to move down, then of course we could be looking for longs. If we do have that successful breakout beneath this level, I would be targeting all the way down here at the $27,200 range. Reason why that is the strongest support level, as we mentioned on other videos. It is a huge monthly level, and we have the 618 Fibonacci retracement from this pivot low to the pivot high exactly at that range, okay? So we're still holding strong here, still creating higher lows, guys. There's no reason to be extremely bearish just yet. We are holding the value area high of this trading range. So the possibility here on this consolidation to get a recovery is there, okay? We just need to manage our risk very, very well. If you are interested in making those short-term analysis scalp scenarios that we are taking a look in the Legends community, make sure to join the Legends trading community. Here's where we post every single day, me and Sam, which is also another coach, talking about the different possibilities and the setups that we do have here, guys, to give you that great education and technical analysis and possible setups on the price of Bitcoin. Not much more to be said, guys, in the episode. Now make sure to stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.